Hey guys, my name is Maisha. I'm new to YouTube here, but like it's been long overdue. Like I should have been doing this. So welcome to my channel. I'm glad you guys clicked on to watch this video. If you like to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay. That's a good so no. Guys, this is basically going to be like my everyday makeup routine. Well, not necessarily my everyday, but if I'm going to put makeup on and I'm in a rush, this is like my everyday, my go-to style or face. Mainly my face when I'm going to work. I use the Anastasia Dip Brow in chocolates, and I use the Anastasia pencil as well. Mine is a little broken. Well, the spoolie part is broken. And I also use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in chocolate. Really, I like to start at like the tail of my eyebrow. As you can see that. And I like to just follow my natural arch that I already have. I start at the bottom and then I go to the top, and I mainly focus on just my tail with the dip brow. I just go back and fill in where my tail is and all the way up into the center of my brow, so like all the way up until about here. And then I switch to a pencil because I don't want my eyebrows to be harsh towards the beginning. And so that's how you kind of get that faded ombre look, you know. And then, so I drew a line underneath, and then I just do brow hairs going up. And this pencil is really, really dull, like it's gone. I've used it to be very long time. And then you just want to take your spoolie at the end of your brow wiz or brow pencil or whatever you have, and just kind of fluff that up and go back through just to make sure everything is distributed evenly. And then you just do the same exact thing to the other end. See that? For those who don't know, I work at Sephora in Nashville, Tennessee. I just recently moved here in February, and I just started at that Sephora in, was it April or March? March. I'm thinking March. Either way I go, I love it. Like the best job ever that I've had so far. Like it honestly feels like I'm not at work, which I enjoy, and my days go by fast. So, and we get free stuff. Which makes me happy. Okay, but anyway, so now I'm taking my NARS concealer, and it's the soft matte NARS concealer in the shade Caramel, and I just take that and I clean up underneath. Just like that, and I don't do the up top just because I don't want my eyebrows to be sculpted like that, like the Instagram brow. And then I just go back and blend that down. And then I go back with my finger because the warmth from your finger is going to help blend it some more. So I just take my finger and blend some more. Just because I don't want that highlighted brow look. Like I don't want, you know how some, you know, just sometimes you can have like that brow concealer look, and we're not going for that today, guys. So I'm gonna go back with my brow wiz spoolie ends and just kind of like fluff some more, and that gets rid of the lines in the beginning and just that demarcation from your brows and a concealer. And then I'm gonna go with some brow gel. And I honestly don't know where I got this brow gel from. I don't know the name of it. It's just a basic brow gel. I honestly think I got it from TJ Maxx. And I just put a little gel in the front because I like my front of my brows to have like that feather appearance. You know, just keeping it natural here. Like, that's all we're doing. Okay. And then I'm gonna move on to my foundation. Normally when I'm doing like a basic look or like my everyday look, I don't really do eyeshadow just because I'm in a rush and I don't really have time to be blending and figuring out what eye look I want to do. So we're just gonna move right along. For my primer, you always want to prime before you put your foundation on. I use Smashbox. This one's the Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. So this one's just going to help your foundation look smooth and your skin underneath to be blurred. And just rub that in all over. Now this primer, honestly, I don't think it's supposed to work with the foundation that I'm using just because it's a silicone based primer, and I believe Fenty is water based, so check me if I'm wrong with that, okay? Check me. But that's just what I'm saying for now. I do switch primers back and forth sometimes. Maybe in my future video you'll see me using like a different primer. I mean, it's kind of based off what mood I'm in or like how long I want my foundation to last throughout the day. So I'm using the Fenty by Rihanna. I love this stuff, and yes, it's worth the hype. Yes, I'm a part of the hype train, but not because, you know, just because it's Rihanna, but no, it actually works. It's a really, really good foundation, especially if you're combination or oily. I wouldn't recommend this foundation if you're dry, just because, I mean, working from at Sephora, like a lot of clients came back and they're like, oh, I hate it, it dried me out. Well, I'm asking like, what's your skin type? They're like, oh, I'm dry. I'm like, well, there you go, my friend, that's why you don't like it. But anyway, so I take a couple drops, or more like swipes, okay? And I will forewarn you that if you have not tried the Fenty yet, it does oxidize, so let it sit on your face for a little while just so you know that you have the right shade. And I'm gonna take my trusty dusty blue beauty blender and blend it out, okay? I prefer using a beauty blender over a brush with this foundation just because, I don't know, it applies better to me. I feel like it lasts longer when I apply it with a beauty blender. And beauty blenders keep it from making your makeup cakey, or like you can build it up to how you want it. Like brushes, you just kind of like swipe and you get that streak mark, but whatever, you get what I'm saying, you know. You always want to blend down to your chin and your neck because you want to bring that color up. Like some people's faces are different colors than their body. Like my body is actually darker than my face, my neck is darker than my face. So I'm trying to bring that color from my body up to my face. You don't want to bring your color down to your body because then you'll be mismatched, like, you know what I'm saying. So, and you always want to do your forehead. And I'm trying to lift back where I have my scarf because I know when I take it off, there's a possibility that I will have that line that I do not want. Take my concealer and I draw triangles under my eye. And I'm just using like a basic, like small detailed flat brush. And it's by Real Techniques. Like, but I just draw my concealer like that. And then you want to go ahead and do the other side as well. And then I draw down my forehead and down to the bridge of my nose. Not a lot though. Like, I don't go super duper crazy doing that. Then I do my Cupid's bow. Is that Cupid's bow? Yeah, that's what it's gonna be today. And literally, that's not a lot of product. It probably looks like, oh, that looks super cakey, but it's not at all. Like, I don't feel like I have anything on my face. And then I just take the tip of my beauty blender and blend it out. And I usually start at my chin just because I want this to sit a little bit longer, just to kind of, I don't know. I feel like it gets more tacky and kind of like, I'm just hurrying up blending this out before it gets harder to blend. And then I like to take the bottom where I put majority of my foundation at and just kind of go around the edges just to make sure like they're super blended. So I'm using the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in Cacao. I don't know what it is. But I'm just kind of lightly draw lines on my nose. Now this is completely optional. Like, I just do it sometimes. Like, you don't have to. And I just make a line like where my cheekbones start. Mainly you want to start where your ears come down, like with the top of your ears, and kind of just angle it. I'm gonna do my side contour with a brush. Now that I do like using a brush, and this specific brush, just because it's angled and you kind of like shape it how you want. So I'm going to draw it up first, kind of go up your hairline as well, and then start doing circular motions. So I set with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and you have to order this. There's like no place that I know that you can get it from in stores. I personally prefer this one over the Laura Mercier. I was using Laura Mercier at first, but I stopped. Well, I didn't stop. I ran out, and then I was just like, I want to try something different. I'm gonna look up. And I don't dip back in there when I go around my mouth, just because I don't want all that extra. Set your forehead, down the bridge of your nose, around your mouth. If you have smile lines like I do, I usually try to push a little in there because it's so annoying. Like, that's the first thing. Like, after a couple hours, your smile lines just be like, what's that? You just kind of dust that or pack that on. I take a brush, it's like a dome powder brush, and sweep all that away. So okay, so then I want to take a powder and set all over my face. Just because, I don't know, this is just what I like to do. I use the MAC, I think this is a mineral powder, in dark. And I just take like my broken powder brush, swish it around, tap off the excess, and just do circular motions just to make sure everything is like flawless. This is basically setting the rest of your face. Taking a little bronzer and just kind of like bringing that contour back to life. But I don't. So I'm going to take my blush from Tarte. See, I just dust that on my cheeks, and I feel like it just adds the slightest amount of tint to where I'm like, okay. And my go-to highlighter is the Stila highlighter. It is bronze, in the shade bronze it's called. And I just take my Sephora collection highlight brush And dust it across the tops of my cheekbones. I'm gonna set my face or spray my face before I do my mascara, because sometimes when you close your eyes and spray your face, the mascara can like drip down, and that's like so annoying cleaning it up after I just did this. Like, no. So lashes on and put together like just to kind of give that focus on your eyes. Move on to my lips. Usually I like to do like a brown liner. This one's from NYX. I usually just line the outer rim. See how it's close to my skin color? It's not like a deep brown. Usually my classic lip is like a range from nude pinks to nude browns, like some gloss. Honestly, this is my favorite gloss is my Buxom. Like, it has like this cooling sensation to it. It's called Dolly, if anybody wants to pick that up. But today I'm gonna use the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Caramello. And I'm gonna just take it and put it towards the center of my pout. And this is a matte. Ooh, look at that. What that look like? Look like I need to go back with a lip liner and blend it out some more. Lip. Then I'm gonna put a gloss over top just because I want to, and that's just gonna help blend it some more, really. And I like to go back with my lip liner again because I just want it to be a little bit more defined. Like, I just kind of, I don't want it to, like, I feel like everything is lost right now. So I kind of want to bring that brown back, you know? So basically, this is my everyday. Let me take this off.